Hello and welcome back to another favorites video. It's been so long since I've done one of these videos and I am like actually super excited to come and film today. It's been like a minute since I've been like excited to film because I was like just kind of stressed out for a little bit, and then the whole demonetization thing happened, so I was just like so like not in the mood to film. But I think I'm back, I'm good, and I have some products in front of me that I want to talk to you guys about. So this is going to be my January favorites, and I only like played with makeup and stuff for like half of January, so this is an oldie but a goodie and I have been loving it lately. This is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. I'm wearing it today, and why I wanted to mention it is because I kind of forgot about it and it is a little dark for me. Even the lightest skin is called porcelain and it's a little light for me. Honestly, e.l.f. really needs to work on their skin tone range as far as their foundations and concealers and complexion products go. Sometimes it's like really good and then other times it's just like, what is you doing? So they could definitely get away with adding some more lighter colors, some more darker colors, some more medium tones. That would be great. But anyway, this is Kitty Snack's absolute favorite foundation. I think she rated it #1, and I decided to try it out, and then I decided to try out another one of her favorite products with it, and this is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, which initially I have hated. You guys can go watch my review down below. It's like my most thumbs down video I've ever done. But anyway, these two together, I understand now. I'm wearing them both today. I understand why people rave about this concealer now. It does, the one annoying thing about it is it does like dry down, and it dries down darker than it is, so that's really annoying. I hope that they do release lighter shades. I wish companies would just make concealers that are like white, and then we can kind of like adjust the concealers as much as we want to, like Kat Von D does. So with hers, I have like 3 different concealers, and I just kind of add the white to other concealers so I can lighten and brighten them up. And that's a really good idea, and I think other brands should take note and do the same kind of thing because it's really nice and it's really helpful, and I would buy so many more products if that was the case. Another one of my favorites has been this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Powder, and this was like laying on my vanity for the longest. This is the shade Warm Light, and obviously I have really been loving it lately. So what I have been really liking to do is taking this CB4 Furless brush, which is my absolute favorite powder brush, and I've just been swirling it in, and then normally most of the time I will take the brush and dab it. But lately I've been going in and I've been kind of like buffing it in, and before, in my experience, always buffing the product in, at least with certain powders, makes it so all of the products, like my concealer and foundation, would just kind of like move around. But with this powder, it actually sets it really nicely, and it makes my skin look like freaking flawless. So I highly recommend, if you have this powder and it's just sitting there like it was with me, try taking like a big dense brush and just kind of like buffing it into the skin. It's really helpful, and I think that you will enjoy it. And I've also been liking using the same powder and like with a little Kat Von D brush. I also apologize because all of my brushes are always disgusting when I show you guys, but I do use them often. So this is the Kat Von D brush, and I'm not sure what it's called, but it is the 25 brush. So I just like to pat it into the powder, and then it's like perfect for going in and just like pressing down on the under eyes and setting them. It's so beautiful, and I highly recommend a lot of Kat Von D brushes. Some of them are kind of like, okay, this was not worth the money that I spent on it, but some of them are so good, and I highly recommend them. And me saying that, I have so many brushes, but I feel like some of the Kat Von D brushes, this one especially, is like totally worth the money. Some products like brushes, like obviously the Kylie brushes were so expensive and a lot of people were saying that they weren't worth it, but with the Kat Von D brushes, I think for the most part a lot of her brushes are absolutely worth the money, and I've spent my own money on her brushes and I would gladly do it again. So just saying. Moving on to contour. Okay, so I just did a get ready with me, and I don't know if I'm gonna post it yet or not, but basically what I was telling you guys is using my absolute favorite contour color, which is the contour color in the e.l.f. contour kit. This is the dark one, so I just have been using it like I always do and just go ahead and contour my cheeks. But this side of my face has been getting muddy, which is how I knew something was up with my skin. So I haven't been doing that. Instead, I've been taking this on a blush brush and just kind of like bronzing and contouring my skin. And even though it may be a little bit orange and not cool tone enough for me, I feel like it looks a lot better being a little bit orange than being like really gross muddy looking. I will insert a picture if I can find one of my face looking absolutely muddy after using this. And I've been using this contour palette in the shade every single day for like 2 years, so I know that it's not the palette, or maybe this one is just like kind of a dud palette, that's why it's been doing it, but also it's only been happening on one side of my face and not the other. If you guys don't know, this is my absolute favorite contour palette, and it does come in multiple shades, which is great of e.l.f. to do, because some companies have contour palettes and they come in one size fits all, and it's just like, girl, not all of us have the same skin tones. So this one is obviously one of my favorites, and I use that to set my eye primer or my concealer on my eye before I start my eyeshadow every single day. So these are, highly recommend them. They're $6. So good. Moving on to face products. This is the color My Tai by Ofra. I don't know if I've talked about this one before, but it is a very orangey kind of blush color. I'm wearing it today. I absolutely adore this color, and I don't know if you guys are gonna like it, like if you think it looks weird on me, but you just need the tiniest, like just dip it in the tiniest amount and the color payoff is like crazy. So as I said before, I do have a discount code with Ofra. Their blushes are the bomb, like many of their other products. So if you guys have never tried their blushes, this would also be a really good eyeshadow and like a really good, interesting color for an eyeshadow. Speaking of eyeshadow, moving on, this. I haven't been able to stop using it. This is so freaking good. So if you guys remember me a couple months ago in one of my favorites videos, I was like, hey, I really need a dupe for the Rust Melt Stack. Well, let me tell you, look at those colors. Look at those colors. So this is like a perfect transition color for me, and then we have the mac and cheese color and then the multiple brownish colors. And while one of them does have like a little bit of sparkle in them, for the most part I feel like these colors here are like such a good dupe for that Rust Stack, and I feel like these eyeshadows are so much better at blendability. Pigment, I'm wearing them on my eyes today. I have been wearing them like non-stop. If you guys go through my Instagram, I don't know if it's on my Instagram, but I do post looks on my Snapchat a lot, as well as my personal Instagram, which is just Jess Kills. I have been wearing like this kind of color scheme lately, and I love like oranges colors, and I love the Rust Melt Stack. So obviously this double entendre palette by Colourpop. I don't think I said that. I was so excited to tell you guys that I love this palette that I forgot to mention what it was. But yeah, this is the double entendre palette by Colourpop, and Colourpop press shadows are freaking amazing. If you guys haven't tried them, highly recommend. Don't sleep on them. They have so many vegan products, and the best part is if you go to the Colourpop website and if you go to a certain product, it'll say at the bottom if something is cruelty free and vegan. So that's like super helpful. It takes like so much of the work out of shopping vegan and cruelty free. Done. Moving on, this is one of my absolute favorite products. I use it almost every day. This is the e.l.f. Brow Gel in Dark, and I feel like this is kind of like a dupe for the 100% Pure Brow Builder. But what it does is you just comb it through the hairs of your brows, and it makes them bold and stick out and makes your brows look way more natural. I love to put this at the front of my brows, and it looks like the hairs are just like so defined, and I love it. And I have been loving this brand lately. I had never tried it before. Certified vegan. It's called Better Booch, and it's a kombucha, and it's so good. Okay, so moving on. I don't even want to talk about this because it's so freaking good, but I don't want to talk about this brand. Hey, you know what? Actually, her hair looks like the color of my hair when I did it. The anime color, that is their own hair color. Anyway, this is the Lime Crime Venus palette. Obviously, you guys know why I don't want to talk about Lime Crime on my channel. This has been a favorite of mine for years, and it's kind of like one of those things that I bought, and it was kind of just like on the down low. I bought it probably before any of the big controversy happened, or maybe as it was happening or something. It was something like that. But anyway, I love this palette so much, but I've been wearing it like the past couple of days, and my eyes have been burning. So I don't know if it's just like old, if the Lime Crime maybe is super sketchy about their ingredients, but I feel like I have these colors anyway now in other brands, like the red. They are pretty hard to come by as far as vegan goes, so it is kind of sketchy that like no one else has any of these reds, but Lime Crime has a whole palette of like reds and pinks that are like really hard to like dupe. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about the palette. What I want to tell you guys about is my highlight. So I did have this just on my desk, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try this Aura color as a highlighter. So this is the Aura color. It's this color right here. Obviously, I love this, and a really good dupe for this is Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek. But using Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek as a highlight on my cheekbone does not do this. And I'm just like, oh my god, this creates such a nice, wet looking highlight, and I'm obsessed. But I just wanted to tell you guys, if you guys have this in your collection already, like maybe try this shade as a highlighter. I don't want to tell you guys to go and buy the entire palette, because obviously like Lime Crime is really sketchy and I don't trust them, and I don't even know if I trust that this palette is vegan, because I haven't been using Carmine on my eyes for like years. And honestly, like I did have some Makeup Forever shadows that I would use like years ago, and they obviously had Carmine in them. And then I did have a Tarte palette that had Carmine in it as well, and I threw that away like years ago. So I don't use Carmine on my eyes, but it's just so weird that I kind of like put this palette on the back burner for a while, and then I dug it out because I wanted to do like a orange kind of red look, and then all of a sudden my eyes start burning. So I don't know, you guys just take that like with a grain of salt. If you guys have this palette though and you're looking for a really wet highlight, maybe try Aura as a highlight, because on my face it's not giving me any problems, but around my eyes are super sensitive. So something else that I needed to talk about is a lifesaver in my skin routine lately, and this is hyaluronic acid. And as you guys know, I was using Paula's Choice hyaluronic acid forever, and it is a little bit expensive, and they've also been really sketchy about being honest and transparent about their vegan products. So what they say is they cannot guarantee that any of their products are vegan because they are made on the same equipment as other products, which it doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. But now what they're saying is that their suppliers cannot guarantee that their products are vegan. So it's just really sketchy to me. So I'm going to try to phase out their products out of my skincare routine, which is going to be difficult because I have so much of their products. But anyway, this Hyaluronic Acid by Skin Diva, they've just been recently added to Logical Harmony. They're not that expensive. I really love this 100% pure hyaluronic acid, and then the anti-wrinkle skin matrix repair. I don't really know how to say these words on here, but these are what I've been using on my skin. They've made such a huge difference, and they aren't that expensive. I also have added these two products on my Amazon influencer list, so you guys can go check out my list, see what I have on there, and yeah, these are on there. So if you guys are interested in ordering from Amazon, if you are an Amazon Prime member, it might be beneficial for you to order it from Amazon Prime and maybe get free shipping. So yeah. So something else that I have been loving and living in is this Star Wars onesie. I got it from Target. This is what it looks like. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but it says Star Wars right here, and then it says Rebel on the sleeve. It's pretty basic, but honestly, it's like so comfy, and it's black, so automatically I love it. And then one more of my like random kind of favorite, well, let's do two. One of my random favorites has been Shane Dawson's YouTube channel and all of his conspiracy videos. He has like 170-ish conspiracy, like creepy videos, and I can't stop watching them. And I think I have like brought my anxiety back, but I can't stop because I have been having this pain in my chest for like the past few days, and what I've been doing for the past few days is I've been watching his videos, his conspiracy videos, like religiously. So I don't know how else to explain that there has been like a deep pain in my chest. But anyway, highly recommend his videos if you guys are into like creepy conspiracy, kind of like that kind of stuff. Definitely check out his channel. And then one more favorite has been the Drag Race premiere. You guys know, so I went to the bar last night and I watched it, and I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys, but let me know what team you are on down below. So I am team Dela, and then if Dela doesn't make it, then I'll become team Milk, and then if Milk doesn't make it, I will become team Chi-Chi. If none of them make it to like the top 2 or 3 or whatever, top 4, then I'm probably going to choose Trixie. But I don't know, Trixie's not my like most favorite, but I do like Trixie. But anyway, I'm going on my phone because I want you guys to see from, I think it was like 3 days ago that I posted on my Instagram, like who's excited about All Stars, and then I posted this, and you can't see it, but I'll put a screenshot in this video, and it says, "So none of y'all are rooting for Ben de la Creme. I feel attacked." And this was the 23rd. So I have been team Dela for like this whole time. That's all I have to say about that. Moving on to the best part of the video, the part of the video where I get to kind of talk a little bit of smack. So the first product that was a disappointment to me has been more than a disappointment in a lot of ways. So I did purchase a couple of items that are from parent companies who have bad parents, who have parent companies who test on animals. So you guys can go watch my like explanation as to my thoughts about that. But anyway, I picked up the Tarte Shape Tape and I picked up the color Fair, and I was really excited. I'm like, damn, this is like so light. It would be so good in my routine. and it would, you know, make my concealer, the bright points of my face, so much lighter. And not that many companies have this fair of products, but the first thing that I was not impressed with is the smell. And I know that Fira talked about this, about the smell, in her video, and honestly it doesn't smell gross, it just smells like perfume. And honestly, I don't want perfume around my eyes. Like, I could feel like my eyes were getting irritated, so I might just go ahead and return this. I don't know if I can still return it. It's been like a couple months, but honestly I haven't really been trying it. I did try the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer, and I felt like they were basically the same thing, but you get a lot less product in the Urban Decay. But that brings me to the next point that I wanted to talk about, and that is Tarte has been in the middle of so much controversy lately, and it's just not okay to release a bunch of skin tones that are basically like 40 shades of beige and then like 2 shades that are supposed to match people of color. Like, that is just not okay. Their excuses were not okay, and I'm not okay with that, and I'm not about to stand by that. I always talk about like shaded ranges, and I know it's so hard when you're vegan and cruelty free to come on here and talk about shade ranges for people that are also going to be animal friendly. It's like kind of like few and far between. So one of my absolute favorite foundations is Coverfx, and I believe that they do have 40 different shades. And what they do, which is really great, is they do warm, cool, and neutral. So I am usually the shade N20, which is neutral 20, and then it goes like up as the deeper the skin tone is. So they're a really, really, really great company if you guys are looking for a vegan and cruelty free company who also caters to so many skin tones. There have been so many companies lately to do like so many great things and release so many great products. For example, Wet n Wild, with their photo focus line, they did release a lot of shades. And then with their most recent release, they released 8 colors of their cushion foundation. Now what they did, which I feel like was better than what Tarte did, was they released a couple of light shades, a couple medium shades, and a couple of dark shades. You know, make it fair, make it all across the board. Even though that shade range, it's kind of a bummer that so little is coming out. At least it's fair, and you know, we're kind of just like working with what they released. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully companies like Wet n Wild, they will expand on that in the future. And I know that Tarte is expanding in the future, but the way that they handled the whole situation is just like wrong. And if you guys are interested in watching more about Tarte and the whole controversy and having a woman of color speak, because I'm not about to come on here as a white person and speak for women of color and how they feel, I will link down Jackie Aina's video down below. I love her. She's an amazing beauty guru. If you guys are not subscribed to her, I've been subscribed to her for a while. She is amazing, very smart Black woman, and she's amazing. So definitely highly suggest her and watching her video. And I think that's all I have to say about that. I feel like I came in and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy Tarte because I want you guys to have like more options available to you as a consumer, like just going into a Sephora and an Ulta and having like so many options there for you. And they have so many colors in the Tarte Shape Tape, but their foundation made it just like so unacceptable that this is definitely like one of the most disappointing products for me that I've ever tried. So one last disappointing product. I love these brushes that came out from Wet n Wild. It's their new line, but this new foundation brush, it just didn't do it for me. Honestly, I love Wet n Wild, and I do love a lot of these brushes, but when I was using this one, like, it did hurt to blend my foundation out with this. And then when I was like blending the foundation, I feel like it wasn't even doing that great of a job with blending it. So that's my beef with this brush. So that's all for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know your current favorite. I love talking to you guys, and I'm always curious to know your opinions. So comment down below, go ahead and subscribe and like this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.